Oh, hello everybody and welcome back to another installment of me live streaming programming Minecraft for Nude. I am here with my guest, or I guess you could say new co-host, my cat named Maddie, and she is absolutely bothering the crap out of me. What are you doing? Alright, I should just get started. It's loving the pets though. It's almost falling off my desk. You need to be careful. Well done. So, excuse me. Cat! You need to move. That's why I usually kick cats out before I do something like this. So I just cannot use my computer whenever she's just playing right around my desk and my monitors and stuff. So anyway, she's at least going through the window now, so that's nice. Anyway. Yesterday we were working on this function, trying to figure out what it means, as I am trying to merge it into this function called execute renderers, which, as you might guess, does a pretty decent job at this. However, I think, so if I'm thinking about this properly, I'm not really sure what, okay, so here's two options, because I still don't understand what a GL render list is, okay, it could either be two things. A GL render list could either, because actually, I think there's a good example up here. Render stars list? Yeah, here it is. New list. So it pushes a matrix, and then we get a new list, and it says the star list, and then it does all of this. It draws, which of course is a bunch of GL calls, and then it ends the list and pops the matrix. So, because this is like a standalone, drawing session, you could think, the list seems to be like the how do I describe this? It appears to be the like grouping that you put all of your GL calls into, and GL like stores them in memory, and then whenever you whenever you call end list, then that's whenever it executes it. Like that's when it draws. So we can think of GL end list, I guess, as like an execute function, and of course pop matrix is essentially just a push matrix is to create a new by the way, you do need to pop the matrix where you can create a new matrix. So essentially this is just to instantiate a new matrix, and this is to reset the coordinates back to 0 and end what we're doing. So makes sense. Now I'm actually kind of curious. There's two concurrent viewers. I'm happy to see you here. For once, I have people watching me. I hope that in the future, people see these videos and they're like, I wonder what this guy was doing. I think they will, honestly. Especially if Minecraft New becomes popular, which I hope so, but I doubt it, at least in the short run. So, what all of this does, from tip to here, this executes all of the render lists for all of the world renders. So, cat, what the what are you doing? Okay, so what I think we can do is this. Do this. Enable light map, and then we need the partial tick time, it looks like. So I'm gonna add that as a parameter. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to disable you, because this is like after all of it. It looks like if this list fills up, it like forcibly renders to avoid like something dangerous happening, question mark. I'm not really sure, but anyway, we're gonna disable the light map at the end, and we're going to do that. Now, each of these render lists, these are like, I guess, a cache of render lists, and then it just executes all of them. So if you look right here, GL call lists, and then it has this list buffer, which just contains all of the lists. And of course you can see it translates before to okay, let's go to WR manager. Also, first of all, we should notice no OpenGL calls inside of this class. It's only inside of here. And of course, we have the numbers which correspond to each render list. So, actually, we also need to pull up WR manager because this contains all of that. As you can see, it creates, new list, render list. And then, +1i. So, this is really interesting. All right, so when we create a new list, and then we end the list. Okay, wait. Is that what I was thinking it was? This is something slightly different. No. Cat, get off my computer. Sneaky bastard. Alright. So, in the context of this, it looks like it creates a new list, of course, corresponding to all of this drawing, and it renders. Of course, this is just to, this is all of, like, the different vertices. You can imagine, like, the whole data being executed. This is what I created, in case you're wondering. And then, of course, it draws, then it pops the matrix, and it ends the list. Interestingly enough here, the list contains this, as opposed to last time where it didn't. Cat? Is this just be a cat stream? Stop! Silly goose! Get away from my computer! At least she loves me. Alright, so if we're looking up here, end list, then pop matrix, as opposed to inside of it. And so, like in this case, we create the list, we end the list, and we pop the matrix. Pop the matrix seems to be like, it could be either one, it looks like. So in this context, it looks like it creates a, let's say all of this essentially is one thing. And of course you have all the data that's then added, and then of course it has the execution here. This is essentially, this is where the render calls are. And so, and then the pop matrix is essentially it executing this list because, of course, the matrix was pushed before. However, in here, it looks like it creates the list, and then inside of it, when the list is called, it basically does everything that it was told, right? It does everything it was told in between here. So, like, this is a I guess I think that's a sub matrix, because if we go back to render list, it creates a matrix, like an overarching matrix for everything. Then it translates to, looks like that. We can steal this. This is pretty easy. And then, yeah, I think that's it though. So let's go back down to here, and we go right here. So we of course need to back to render. So I'm gonna move this over to render global so I can see what's going on. So of course we push the matrix. And then I'm gonna go ahead and separate these because it's a little cluttered. Oh, frick. I had to delete this one. Okay, so I guess we can separate them, that's fine. And then we can go ahead and put these together. Alright, dope. That's good. I'll go back into render list. And then of course we pop the matrix at the end. And we, first of all, this is like an overarching translation. So there's 4 lists. This is what's really weird about this. So if you remember correctly, there's like 4 sections. This is actually the tricky part, I'm just gonna say. And, first of all, this is always 0, so it's just negative player Y. This becomes player X, and this is a double. Okay. And then this becomes... yeah, that stays the same. Alright, so we can... Not sure why it casts this float at the end, but okay then. So a group of world renderers will be at this quote-unquote base 2024 position, because if I imagine paper, I guess I have my paper in camera, but it'd be a lot. So essentially, imagine a cube of just imagine a cube, I guess, in 3D space, and then imagine the bottom right corner to be like 0, 0. So like, I guess imagine like a bottom corner to be 0, 0, because you can just rotate the cube in your mind. And then everything within that cube, if you were to round to a base 1000, or to floor to a base 1024 grid, it would take everything inside that cube, inside that volume, any coordinate, and it would map it into that single point. So it's the same for all these world renderers. They're essentially, this splits the world renderers into 4 regions. I don't really fully understand what the hell it means, but let me go back to... I have a feeling we can do it in a different manner if we figure out what it means. Instead of a GL call lists here, essentially what this is going to do instead is we're going to call each individual thing here. So we're going to do this instead. We're going to swap these two so that we have the same effect as whenever we were this will give us the same effect as with the stars. We want it to immediately render when we render the stars. So similarly, do this immediately when we want to render the world, because I have all the things calculated. It's time to go. We're gonna render them all right now. So, yep. I don't know if I find it interesting that it's like this is for the tesslator, not for OpenGL. Got it. So that's fine. The only thing I have concern here for is like if there's an optimization reason for that, for all that, but at the same time, the answer should be basically no, because it's all being done on the main thread, so there's no like difference in the ordering shouldn't affect performance really that much. If there's someone who knows better than I do and would like to say the opposite, then I would be all ears. However, I can't know until that happens. So alright. So this is really interesting. This gives more light to what this actually means. So if it's at the position, it's essentially going to, we can think of it like this. We're going to add the list to that index match. If not, we're going to set the position. So it only sets the position once per render list, or per render list instance, I guess. Like these guys. My question is, the only thing that I think clashes with what we currently have is how this works. So and the way that I have it divvied kind of I think clashes with some element here. I actually may need to use some of this code to effectuate what I want. So let's actually undo this. Because if we need it to be at, like... Alright, all good. This is, very... interesting. So... So I realize we can do this. And optimizing my own code. Alright, so if we delete all this, move them back. Sorry, move back. I don't think that's necessary. So... I think what we could do is this would actually have to go inside a lot of this code would actually have to go inside of this this function. Because also who says that this function has to be inside of the WR manager? Just yoink this. And all right. Right, I need to also copy all these constants that are believe. Ah! That should be good. All right. Go ahead and copy these over to here. And I also need to copy 0 over. It's like... So... Oh, and also 1. So, is this static? I think this is static. At least right now it is. Okay, so... And, okay, so developer manager doesn't actually really need that anymore. Which means that the developer manager is actually more simple. Which is unexpected, to be honest. All it really needs is the run function, it looks like. I actually had a bunch of other functions in here a while ago. Previous field iterations of it. But, yeah, also, it's kind of nice. The kitty cat that was bothering us is now sleeping, so no more bothering for this little bit. And then I will also need to, if So, what I should really be doing next is creating, rather than having to go through a freaking for loop, it's probably a good, no, I think it does require a for loop, because this is that position thing is weird. Also, go ahead and well, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this. So they will also need partial take time. For some reason, hold on. Why does it need partial take time? Does it? I don't think that's it. So if we go back to this, so we use this index thing again? Not really, it's just a believe this works. That works. I believe they can be iterated over. Okay. So, I believe that works. Otherwise, I would have opened me off for it. I appreciate the hardworking Java developers who made all of that. So I need to reset all of the render lists. And then we go into this little thingy right here where we need to relatively simple function that we could add. What's it called? Also, the inclusion query list is the second one up. I didn't even know that, but I don't think my code cares for it. I think we're fine. There's a better way to write this, but I'm going to write it up here. Actually, I'm sorry, I have to write it in try draw, so... Right. Ah. Right, because these are not world renderers. Are they? Oh no, they're not. Well, it shouldn't matter all that much, should it? Quite, however. I needed to add. Oh, actually, it does store the GL render. That's nice. Okay, what are we complaining about now? Alright. That is a lot of weird casting and all that, but it is what it is. If, oh, I see. It was, yep, and then add the list, which means we can just add list. That means I don't really need this function. I'm just gonna delete it then. Alright. Alright, so yeah. If it's else. Oh, this is not what I was meaning to do. Okay. Does reset do again? Ah. Didn't change any of the values. It's private. Everything here is private. Okay. Trying to comprehend precisely what this means, because often the implications of what I'm trying to write, because this is great. Oh man. Like saying, okay, so per world renderer we can have a thing that said and then there is an index, which is outside of either current index. Yep, that thing. And okay, so I remember how to use labels in Java. Then right, sets positions. The hell? Set position, and then I'm gonna make that to where it's then we'll optimize this in a bit, don't worry. Because having to feed this in every time for every single one of them versus just doing it at the start is kind of bogus. Although I guess it only does it once, so whatever. Reflect precisely what it is. What it does. So they've used labels break statements before. I don't really know what the why they do all this like math and because what this is basically doing is you have this current index every time it doesn't find one, and so it loops up to that one. So it just keeps checking for the ones that have been specified, but it's kind of the same as saying yeah, okay. That's kind of just the same as saying for, of course, as I have here, for object in list, and then breaking whenever you hit something. So. There has to be a mistake somewhere, but I can't find it, and I think I understand what's going on here the best I can. Oh, it's kind of... So... So... This should work, because if I'm thinking about this properly, right? I mean, unless Minecraft wasn't anticipating, like, somehow the buffer would never fill up. Obviously, it's set an edge case for it, and I would assume they wouldn't want the game to crash if it filled up, if somehow someone set the render distance too high. To some extent, at the very least, they wouldn't make it that shabby, so... So it should be fine. And then, of course, we flip and execute at the end, in case... Oops. Desk. Alright, so... The one that is kind of perplexing to me, although this method, I think, is perfectly acceptable, what baffles me, personally, is... also... Wait a minute. Let's go ahead and collapse you for a second. Try draw, I think, is all right. I guess technically I can actually instantiate these outside because it is created in both instances. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, it's this one, right? So quiet. As I thought, I think it might have been living mice. No, living mice. It is living mice, but I thought it might have been actually mice and feet, which is hilarious. All right, so. I think actually what the better thing to do here is do this. Draw a little bit extra, but getting that precision back just in case anything screws up. Also, it doesn't look as bad. Actually, we don't necessarily need the, don't really need this one. Because it's just 0. But, there we go. Just implicitly cast there. Rather than make it not look weird. I think what we could do is... Where are we? That's probably better this way. There's a lot more edge cases that I'd have to manage for, which I don't want. Well, I guess I don't necessarily need to manage for them, but... I'm trying to think about a way so I don't have to pass to the player X, Y, and Z, and so I can just do it before. Like up here. Which we can do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There we go. I guess the term sort and render is still applicable, but not really as much as it was before. Looks kosher. All right. Cool. That's good, because that should save a little bit on performance. Actually. do di di do 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 di do do di do. Do 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 de do do de do 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 de do. I'm getting tired from singing. I've been singing this a lot today. If I remember correctly, I have not modified into render enough, so I can go to render sorted renderers. It should be in here somewhere, is it? Is it not? Sort and render. Equals sort and render. If. Right. Ah. Do 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 So, let's see. So, essentially, what I was reading about is in the code. What this function would do typically is that it would return the number of renderers that was rendered, and if none were, then it would return 0. And then, of course, in the other function, sort and render, it would it would call the function, and it would basically tally it up. It would add them all together, and then if out of that total is greater than 0, then, aka if it's not an empty world, then it will go through the second pass. I don't really know why you wouldn't check anyway, but anyway, I mean, there's better optimization you could literally do, which is, you know, checking to just literally doing this. So the reason why I'm doing an or equals rather than an equals is because otherwise, of course, it'll just be whatever the last world render that's checked will be the one that it would set. So instead we do or equals, then not XOR, just or, which means it's almost guaranteed to be true unless literally all of them are false, which is what it was asking about. So seems simple enough. I have to be right back though for like a minute or two, so because I help on my phone going off like crazy, so I'll be doing that. Hope you guys have a great time listening to this music. See. And I am back from the break. I think. Could have to go for a second, but I think I'm good. Yep, I could have to go back. It should be good though. Of course, Maddie comes back. In chat. But so oh my god. Okay. Might as well just be right back again and see if I can. Alright, I'm gonna be right back again. Yeah. I gotta go again. And I am back. Still bothered by our guest Maddie, who is moving every object on my desk, which is just great. She would move so I can use my mouse. But if I just rub her enough, she's gotta move, right? Right, she did. So I think we're done with the function. Like, I think this is it, right? Alright, so I want to point out just how easy it was to just move a function elsewhere. Impressive. Alright, move. Alright. Do that? Oh, shit, really? There we go. Close render stars. Alright. First of all, yeah, and then we can move all these up to the top with the other constants. And then it's just there we go. I did not want to. Yeah, these don't need any introduction. They're just little variables. I mean, I could just literally put the value of it, but you can hover over it and be like, oh, by the way, it's 8. Like, okay, yeah, -8. Where's 8? Yeah, 8. There you go. I just want to point out that just to render the world, you can... Also, I should reorganize these functions, because holy shit, these are in the wrong place, wrong order. I guess this one does deserve to be on the top, because like all of these are used. I assume. I can move this into... There we go. One less if statement. I know. So worth it. But it does help a little bit. There's a lot in here, so I am rather impressed how clean it ended up looking. I don't think the game can launch anytime soon, however, although the errors here is actually pretty small, so it's exciting. Oh yeah, this. I didn't realize I didn't even need to do that. It's hilarious. Alright. Now I need to, like, completely overhaul this, which is just... man. 220 lines of garbage. Why? Jesus. Yes. 120 lines. Do we have to read through? Jesus. I have to read through so many lines. I have to read 300. Oh, that sucks. The precise number. Holy shit. You know what they say, boys. Every time you fix one bug, there's way more that are created, so oof. I mean, unless you, like, it's not completely true. I would say it's not 100% true, but it's a good estimation of what the truth is, so. I also need to reload the thing. Oh, I don't know why that's up there. There we go. I restart Eclipse because the comments are glitching out, but there we go. Holding collapsed all. I believe this is the extent of which render global is now. That's exciting though. Very exciting. There's probably a plethora of bugs I just don't know exist. You know, design choices, consolidation choices, how I integrated my algorithm with the old algorithm, my interpretation of the algorithm. It could be anything. But I could have also, and I hope so, but no guarantees, I interpreted it so perfectly that, in fact, there will be no issues. I laugh, just even considering that being a possibility. I hope so, though. It saved me a lot of headache. If the game actually renders and doesn't crash, then I will then move into the next thing, which is making it more performant, which is even more boring. And fun. So yeah, I mean, just wonderful, absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I believe lighting is actually added as an after effect, like the brightness from lighting and all like the smooth lighting stuff like that. I think that's like the where am I? Up here. That should be in. Yeah. Enable light map. Enable and disable light map. Actually, I don't even know if this is what that means. No, this is a different light map. This is... I don't actually know precisely, but which one this is. Oh well. Been live for an hour and a half, and we're on the ups, so that's exciting. I just yoink this and just, you know, hold on, let me just yoink the cloud fog variable, because this thing literally has it's literally like return false, and I'm like, alrighty then. And it's almost impossible, I tell you, to use it, so just, you know. There we go, fog. I know there's a bug inside the setup fog function, but I can't do anything about it, so at least right now. Why does it need the entity renderer? Anyway, seems kind of useless, but I don't care enough to fix it. Update fog. So, I'm so, like, completely... God. I really don't necessarily need to update camera and render, not per se, but I probably should. What is this called by? Run by Minecraft itself, yeah. Ugh. What the hell is a Minecraft error? What the what is the point of this existing? Huh. Seems kind of useless, not gonna lie. So okay, so what we can safely assume is, well, this just references this.mc.theworld, so the world equals this. So nice how simple the code is there, as opposed to. Yep. But now, there are only a few classes that have errors. I don't know why it needs to do that. Because it just... I mean... Seems like it's just a waste of time, really. Because... whenever it loads renderers, it also... well, this is... Forgot about the fact that I moved this function here. Where is the chat? Let's need to move this in there. What is the player accent Z here? Oh, I guess I can just yoink it from sort render. Those are all bubbles up pretty cool. Good job, cat. Not even sure what she's doing. Alright. I do have another cat, it's just not hanging out, looks like. Actually, well, I think we're just gonna keep it simple. Keep things simple, you know. Well, I guess we are using the last tick position. Never mind. Let's say double. I guess we can use the I feel dirty doing that, so I'm gonna variable. All right, and that's the annoying thing about that. It renders that in between, which is no good, no good, no good, no good. So I'm gonna yoink this all out. Is there anything else in here that I guess I can yoink this? Yoink this, because then yeah. Yoink that out as well. And then we're going to Fire, why even use? New frost term, I see. So, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to this. What's the player? What do you mean? Oh. Right. That makes a lot of sense. Yep, and then it manages those, and then it unpauses at the end. Just need to make sure that occlusion is done properly. I mean, this should properly do it, so might as well just offload it rather than trying to mix it in. Because that will cause catastrophe. Typo here. Where am I? Yeah, I'm here. An empty space. Next step. Now we fixed a few errors here and there. And I did as well. No shame on me before, of course. I was if I did that, then I would never get anything done. It's better just to march forward to it. everything that's not an entity renderer, actually this class can just be... Is this used at all? Nope. Well. It's time to... delete. So, the one thing about my code which I find, it depends on how if I want to like change it for later. So, I'm trying to imagine the startup time, like whenever we're loading the world and everything. Before it starts rendering, of course, it's just in the background they're calculating, and maybe they get it in time. Let's imagine they don't, and then say no what WR managers make it in time for rendering. What happens? Well, nothing happens. Nothing renders. Okay, well, now I guess let's look back. While it's calculating completely, it takes control of the world renders and the shells here. So that means that the main thread has to wait for all of them to get there. Yeah, because it's synchronized with the shells. It seems like the synchronized function is much, or I guess, I think it's a keyword, but synchronized keyword, much nicer for these sorts of things than using volatile variables, because I was having to make like locks and like while loops rather than just having Java do it by itself. I mean, I have to write as much, so. One of the important things about the fact that Minecraft, actually this really helps this because it is single threaded, is that we can guarantee that the client copy of the world is not modified while it is rendering. Let's just say preferred. Which basically that means that because the server is what manages, the server thread is what manages the world, but it can only communicate when the main thread asks for it, asks for a poll. So, it's good. That's good. The only one with an error is this one, but I would like to update both of these because I guess this is technically the rendering pipeline. Not really good. Well, it's a portion of it, I'd say. There are a lot. It's here. Oh, this. Oh. Alright. It's like the code was just entirely removed. It's like before. And like vanilla. I don't think I added a gamma setting in the. Well, I guess I can open up. Look up. And open my graphic another patch. I don't remember. Yeah, it's not here, so. Well. There actually isn't that many settings in Minecraft Renewed. So, well, I guess there's probably more than vanilla by a decent bit, but not much more than necessary. I hope that there's only as much as necessary, but it isn't. There's too many, but who knows. I do need to get rid of Snooper. I forgot to, and it shouldn't really be there. So that's great. I think this is all good. guess might as well start working on it, and then stop whenever I get tired doing it. See. So make sure I do this properly, therefore here. I think I am gonna stop here. Man, I really just need to relax. And doing a lot of stuff today. So also curious that when yeah, at this moment it's like drop frames is much lower. Curious. Well, anyway, see you guys.